What's up, guys, and welcome to the 23rd episode of Wolf Talk. If you guys are not familiar with the podcast, here I sit down with other creatives, anyone who shoots, directs, edits music videos, but not limited to music videos, really anyone in the creative space. Today we have Bryan Berry, a photographer, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, just chilling, knocking out a podcast.
Yeah.
Been editing all week. What have you been up to this week?
Man, I've just been working.
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah. I feel that. So you're currently located in LA right now, right?
Yeah. Yes,
cool,
sir.
For sure. And then we're recording this podcast we're in Antioch right now, and you said you're originally from Pittsburgh?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What's LA been like? Because you said you just recently told me you've been out there for about 4 months now.
Mm-hmm. It's smooth. Right now I'm at an ad agency, so it's cool. I'm working every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the weekends and on my other free time, I do I'm freelancing.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much no days off.
Gotcha.
Every day.
That's
working.
Cool. Tell me a little bit about the ad agency. What's that kind of consist of? What kind of work does that consist of for you?
It's a lot of it's a wide spectrum of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically a lot of stuff that I wouldn't be doing as a freelancer. So it's challenging me to kind of step outside my norm.
What's something that
would
be out of the side from like a freelancer? Could you give like an example of that?
Working with restaurants and jewelry companies.
All that
stuff.
Just more corporate or
stuff
like
a lot of corporate
that.
Stuff.
Yeah. Whereas like on your own, what kind of stuff would you say you usually do? Working with models or just like
music and fashion.
Music and fashion for sure. Cool. So what would you kind of describe your job in general? Because we kind of didn't get into that.
Like, for the ad agency?
No, just in general. You do you see yourself as a photographer?
Oh, photographer
for sure. Cool. And then how long have you been doing photography?
8 years.
8 years? Cool. Yeah. Let's go back to the beginning a little bit. How'd you first get into it?
I low-key always like taking pictures, and then I always play sports.
Okay, yeah.
So then after high school, I really started like my senior year, and then I was doing shoots for like $40. Yeah,
that's better than nothing.
And then after basketball, I tried the 9 to 5, and I was like, nah, I can't do this.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'd like taking pictures. If I could get paid for it, why not?
Yeah. What kind of camera did you start off with?
I had a Nikon D3000 was my first camera.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sick. And then where did that kind of grow from there? You were out here in Pittsburgh shooting photos, or?
Yeah, I was in Pittsburgh.
Okay, for sure. And you go to Pittsburgh High?
I went to Pittsburgh for my freshman year, then I went to Freedom.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I went to Freedom as well.
Oh, lit.
Yeah. What year you graduate?
2010.
Okay, 13.
Right.
That's cool.
You might have been there when I was there.
Maybe, yeah, a little bit. But yeah, so what kind of started growing it? When did it start picking up for you? Because you've just looking through your Instagram and stuff like that, you've taken photos for like a lot of big people in the music the music industry, especially like in the Bay Area, some of the top tier Bay Area artists. How'd that kind of start growing and snowballing?
Honestly, it's a crazy question. I don't really know.
Yeah.
The dots just start connecting. But I know like 2011, 2012, I would make trips up to like LA, like spring break, winter break, and summer. Mm-hmm. And I would just hit up people's booking info in the Twitter.
Oh, okay, cool. Like artists?
Yeah, artists always had the booking info.
Yeah.
I would email like 10 to 15 people. I remember the first time I went, I emailed like 10 to 15 people. And 2 people responded. It was Ty Dolla $ign's management and DJ Mustard's management.
Sick.
I didn't end up shooting Mustard, but I ended up shooting Ty.
That's tight. Yeah. And you just did that for free, right?
Yeah, and that was probably like, he wasn't as big then, but that's probably like the first big name,
big break person. Artist that you had. Yeah. That's really cool. That's crazy. That's definitely some good advice for people, because I think a lot of people, just kids starting out as well, like, do you think you were really good then, or do you think you just like got like a lucky shot then, or
I think I was decent, but
Yeah.
it was holding me back that I knew I had a lot of growth, so I would hold back and not hit as many people as I
Yeah.
wanted to. But yeah, my advice would be like just do it,
yeah, exactly.
because you
And
could
then-
always redo it. Like
Yeah, and definitely, I
Yeah.
don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. Just sometimes you might hit them up at the perfect time. You never know.
yeah,
That was probably the perfect time to tap in with them. Because I feel like a lot of kids definitely they'll just DM like the artist and expect like like instead of like coming to them what would like the email consist of? Like what was the breakdown of that? Like what would you say in the email?
I mean I don't remember my exact words, but I basically told them my name, what I do, where I'm from, coming to LA, trying to expand my brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just kind of
And wasn't asking for no money, so it's kind of
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
oh, if they fuck with my work and it's free, why
Yeah,
not?
exactly. Why not?
Yeah.
And would you just say like, "Hey, I'll shoot photos for free," or
I'll just say I want to shoot,
yeah,
and they
and they kind of get the gist of it. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's definitely a good way to grow and reach out to people. Is definitely going through the email instead of like, I don't know, trying to like, hey, let's shoot like in the DMs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because artists probably, especially nowadays, like I couldn't imagine like what Ty Dolla Sign's
DMs look like.
DMs look like.
Yeah.
So definitely I think that's going about it a professional way is especially if you have like a nice portfolio. So I didn't get to check out your website, but definitely a website. Has that been beneficial to you, or is your Instagram more of like your portfolio?
The website's been beneficial for sure. Yeah. I get like a lot of inquiries through that. So they usually when I do get hit up on my email, they go through my website.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Do you still take a lot of gigs from what's it called? From Instagram still? Like is that still a big place for you, or is it mainly
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
A lot of last minute stuff.
Yeah, I feel like Instagram is super last minute. Like sometimes like I don't know.
But sometimes it's big stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like last minute big stuff. Yeah. What's an example of that? You would say.
Let's see. I can't even think right now. But I mean
all
like
good.
I just got hit up yesterday by Princess Nokia's manager
Okay.
to shoot
Sick.
like on Saturday.
Nice. That's tight.
She's pretty big, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not really familiar with her, but
Yeah.
I definitely heard the name. So
Okay, tight.
that's cool.
That's cool, man. So what kind of started building it up from there? What were you doing like after like the Ty Dolla Sign, like that? I mean, you're still taking trips down to LA on like breaks and whatnot. You said, and then did you go to college? Did you?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Did you go for a photo or were you just going
I
for
went
something
for
else?
criminal justice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I'm not doing nothing with that.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what's it called? How did you link up with like artists and go on tour with them? Like talk a little bit about that because I think I saw you went on tour with Pilo.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I
a
went
little
on
bit.
like 4 with him.
That's what's up.
I honestly emailed they booking like a long time ago too. And then they threw a show, like him and Sue and Skip and everybody. They threw a show at Sac State.
Okay.
So then I met them after and I was just talking to them. It was hella cool. We just hit it off right after that.
Yeah.
Then we had mutual friends, ended up at the same party. So then that was even a bigger connect where it was like,
Yeah, where they saw you again.
Yeah. We were around the same people.
Yeah, I
And
think
from
if
that-
people continue to see you around and then that you're in the space,
Yeah.
I think that definitely helps out a lot. And then you can make those connections. So what would they have you do on tour? Like what were some of the things? Were you just taking photos at the shows
I
or
was doing photo and video.
photo and video? That's cool. What are the kind of responsibilities that you would have like when you were doing those? Were you creating vlogs or what were you kind of doing?
Yeah, I was doing it. For every tour was different deliverables. But mainly it'd be like just a handful of photos after every night by the morning. And then like a little vlog. I think one tour we did like every week, like weekly.
Yeah.
Then another one we did just Instagram videos.
Okay, sick. Like different Instagram videos for each show
like
or
maybe one if one show wasn't lit, just put 2 together or something like that, and
Yeah.
drop it like
Yeah.
every show or every two shows
Yeah,
or
definitely
something.
the not lit shows. You're always like filming like the artist and not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
crowd, you know? Or you
Hmm.
get like a few heads from the back, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And then you could get everything like venturing out in the city, stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's tight. Do you like doing that kind of work compared to the other type of work where you do? Like where you do like fashion and whatnot?
Um, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. That wouldn't be my top choice tour. No.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
Yeah. I've never done a tour, but yeah, it seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd rather, for the music side, I'd rather do like the content, the press photos, like album covers, stuff
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope. So you'd rather, yeah, do more like, so what kind of style would you say your shooting is? Do you like to like set up like lighting and whatnot, or you kind of just,
Um, I like to catch a vibe, and I
mm-hmm,
love portraits.
mm-hmm.
So I much rather, if I had an artist, any artist, and I could just shoot with them, I'll probably either shoot them from where they from or
Mm-hmm.
in studio.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. And then, do you shoot it? Do you shoot a lot on film as well?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. What, do you do some digital still, or do you mainly
I
on
do.
film now?
I do mainly.
All right, cool. We got one. Susie Made It wants to know, do you prefer to direct your models or let them do their thing?
I low key let them do their thing, and then I make micro adjustments.
Okay, cool.
Cause I find when you move them around too much, it's like they never get comfortable,
Yeah, and it's kind
and
of
you can't,
natural.
and then you can't see what they do. They might have an idea that's better
Yeah.
than yours, you know. So I kind of let them do their thing, and then yeah, I'll just make micro adjustments.
For sure. And then what are some of the things that you look for like on locations and whatnot? Like when you're, I don't know, just like what are some of the things like when you're like picking like a spot, like let's say, let me just pull up some of your photos here. Like just like when picking like some of these locations, like I don't know, like what do you look for, like just whether it's in the lighting or
Yeah,
like what kind of, do you just play around with like different angles and whatnot?
yeah.
Or what do
I like shadow play.
Mm-hmm.
So I play with a lot of shadows,
Yeah, that's what it looks like on
and then
here.
everything up here.
Mm-hmm.
I just been trying to shoot around my neighborhood because it's so cool.
Gotcha.
Like I stay in Echo Park, so
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's definitely.
I've been having a lot of girls just pull up. Like that's in my backyard.
Which one?
Those two.
Okay, sick. Yeah, the shadows
And
definitely.
that's like across the street in the driveway.
Yeah, that's sick.
But you can't tell.
No, you can't tell. No, that's the cool thing
That's
with like
across-
photos. Like
It's
definitely like
across the street too from my house. Like
yeah, it's sick. Like
directly
you would never know
out of
because it's such a
school,
tight
yeah.
shot. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool. And then yeah, definitely you've linked up with a lot of artists on here as well. You can use those same locations and like people really can't tell as well. And then
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about recently I saw you you did the what's it called? You took photos for Kaylani's baby shower.
Yep.
Yeah, what was that like?
It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was solid.
She hit you up for that, or were you guys? I mean, obviously, probably.
D. Ali hit me up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's her manager.
Okay.
I was going anyway
Mm-hmm.
as a guest, and he just asked me if I wanted to shoot it.
Yeah. Was that
Like,
pretty cool?
I was like, why not?
Yeah. You definitely took some really. It was really cool. You just capturing all those moments and whatnot.
I mean, nobody would really think like, oh, baby shower. Yeah, I'm down. But I approach things looking at it like it's gonna be timeless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's definitely sick, and it's cool that she actually like fucked with you, and I don't know, like that she tagged you and whatnot as well. Like that was hella cool because I don't know.
And I was the only photographer.
That's sick.
So it was
yeah,
like,
that's always the worst too. Like especially at like at events
Mhm.
when there's like just everyone like and like stealing your angles and whatnot. You know, it's just kind of annoying. But,
like that was surprising, but it made it bigger. You know?
yeah, definitely. So like your shots are the only shots that capture that moment.
Pretty
And I
much.
think that's the way. And it's cool. Like your shots were fire, and like
Yeah.
some of the guests there were pretty sick too. That's
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool that you got to shoot a lot of those people
Yeah.
as well. That's cool. Was there anything else about like that baby shower that's pretty cool about taking photos for it, or?
I mean, it was cool networking too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What was I gonna say?
I feel like it's cool, like not necessarily that it was a baby shower, but that it's just an event during the day. Like it's not a party where it's like you at the club or a bar.
Yeah.
You just it's just more chill. So then you get to actually talk to people and engage and like, that's always better for networking too.
That's sick. What's your what's your current camera right now?
I'm shooting with a 5D Mark III.
Okay, sick. Yeah. What's what's kind of like your workflow for like your camera work right now? Are you mainly shooting in like RAW right now, or
Yeah. Always raw. Yeah. Always.
I know some. Actually, I was listening to another podcast, but I think it's something different. He said he only films like he got featured on like what's it called, like the home, like on that Instagram actual page, like there it's called. But he said he only films like JPEGs, but he does like those hyperlapses, like we take like thousands of photos. So I can imagine you wouldn't want all those raw. It'd be crazy. Sick. What kind of what would you recommend? Some advice for people starting out shooting photos to like help develop their styles and whatnot, because I feel like it's hard, especially to stand out with like photos these days as well.
I mean, to grow, I feel like you just gotta continuously shoot, and to stand out, you gotta just not follow the hype.
Yeah,
a lot of people just shoot all the same shit. Like they be like, "Oh, concerts are tight. I'm gonna just go to every concert I can and take photos."
Yeah.
It's not a photographer though. If you just like, you know what I mean? You kind of got to figure out, not saying that concert photography isn't making you a photographer, but you got to figure out your niche. So you got to try out other stuff too.
Yeah. And then kind of find out what your lane is. And
Yeah. Because you might be like, better at something else.
Yeah, exactly. And what are, so like specific things like, what do you mean like better at something else? Better at like just like when you tried out video, did you want to get into video, or are you kind of like, I don't really like this?
Does this matter?
No, it's whatever. I'm not tripping.
Video's cool. I never really been into it. I more so rather play behind the scenes for video.
Gotcha. Yeah. I've seen you do behind the scenes or be on set a lot with David Camarena as well. Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yep.
Camarena.
David Camarena.
Yep. Yeah, I just helped out on that one video he did in the one with Tyga and Sneak.
Okay. Yeah.
When they were up in Oakland, I helped out on that and did some VHS. That was cool. But yeah, I think definitely finding your style and finding out like, I don't know, like different like little tricks and tips that make your work, whether that's shooting in black and white or doing stuff like that.
I want to touch back too on the concert. I don't want no concert photographers mad at me,
Yeah, no, I think
downplay them.
I think you meant like kids like pulling up to concerts and just like shooting it and thinking exactly, like, if I get shots of like all these artists in my reel, even though, are you talking like even if they're not like in the pit as well, like like if they're just kind of like in the crowd taking photos, or what did you mean by?
Honestly though, like, well, I meant like even if you want to be really good at concert photography, you have to shoot other stuff, because then you look at the concert in a different way.
Gotcha.
Like compositionally and everything. So the best photos don't even come from the pit or on stage; they come from the crowd. If you could get like 20 feet away from the stage in the crowd, you'll get the best photo.
For sure.
In my opinion.
No, I definitely like the crowd a lot more in the shot. And especially from those definitely have a lot more, I don't know, I guess like depth, and it's kind of cool because like you feel like you're actually in the concert in a sense.
It's like a POV.
Yeah, it's like a POV. Whereas like, I mean, there's still some pretty sick shots. I mean, side stage is pretty cool too. Because you get a little bit of both. I've only filmed a few concerts, but like, I don't know. Definitely, that's what I saw. I went and filmed like a Young Pinch concert just for fun, and that was pretty sick. Yeah. And then, but that was that tiny ass stage at Cornerstone.
Where's that?
Or I think Berkeley.
Oh, okay. I've never been there.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's just like kind of tiny. Like there's no like pit or anything. Yeah. So, but it's cool. But yeah, so definitely build. Any other tips for people starting out, or
don't give up.
Yeah.
Only the strong survive, man. Because, I mean, I've been doing it for 8 years. I've seen a lot of people come and go.
Yeah.
So
I think that's same thing for like video or honestly anything. It's just like,
yeah.
If you're still there, I mean, you definitely have a lot more chance of anyone who's like stopped it, you know?
People notice it too.
Yeah, exactly. And especially if you're good and you're still
Mm-hmm.
there, that's definitely like, you know, when they still hit you up, you have the same number and you're like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I think that means a lot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like someone, oh, like, oh, I don't really do video any, you know, and yeah, so
Like for
that's it.
me, I've seen a lot of people like surpass me in terms of like not talent and ability, but like popularity and stuff and like opportunity. But yeah, it's like it's in due time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everybody time is different. So
Yeah, no, most definitely, especially like with the popularity
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything. Like, especially with Instagram, like you could like shoot up one day,
mm-hmm.
but then like next week you're not on, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Or you could have 100,000 followers and like
no, you could,
not really be doing
no, exactly.
anything, but making it look like you're doing something.
Yeah, yeah.
So don't get
no,
caught up in popularity and stuff. Just work.
No,
You just
yeah,
gotta be
Instagram's
grind,
crazy.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about artists tagging photographers on Instagram? How do you feel about that?
I think it's a big thing.
Yeah,
Definitely should get tagged.
yeah. And
Because it's a
do you
lot
ever hit up artists? Have you ever like said, "Hey, can you tag me?" Or
nah, not really. I low key been doing this thing though. It's kind of funny, but it's cool at the same time. It get like your followers engaged. So like a few people did it to me, and I'll post the photo on my story. I'm like, hey, go tell them who took the photo.
oh yeah,
And then
yeah.
I'll be like, oh, it's love. Like how many people actually did it? Like I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's tight.
Yeah. Hopefully people don't get mean though. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, don't say no, don't say nothing crazy.
Yeah.
You
No.
know what I'm saying?
What's it called? I was on this wedding videographer page, and then like this wedding company took someone else's video and like kind of made it look like it was theirs.
Yeah.
And then like, bro, the comments on this thing, like people like went off on this page. Like there's like a few people like you see the first few like, oh, this is pretty, and then people just start like, you guys stole this, like just going off. So I definitely think it's cool when an artist respects another artist and sees like photographers as artists. Where I feel like some, what's it called? Some artists kind of expect those photos. You know what I mean? Like they don't really like appreciate it. Have you ever had that? Like where people, you feel like they don't appreciate your work as much or not too
in
often?
the past.
In the
now,
past, yeah.
pretty much, yeah, they appreciate it
That's cool.
mainly. But I would also say that, I was gonna compare it to a song, but I guess that's kind of different. Like if you didn't put who the song is featured with, but you just dropped the song, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess that's kind of different.
It is and it isn't. I
But-
mean, it's kind of the same thing. You know what I
But
mean?
it's like,
'Cause,
yeah, it's like
they're-
being an artist. I guess a better example would be not the artist featured on the song, but like the producer.
yeah, the producer.
the producer
yeah,
credits or
exactly. The
something.
producer doesn't get a credit
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
along those
That's-
lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, no, that, and especially like with like bigger songs as well. I mean, you see like how many people that like produce, mix, and master songs. But no, I definitely agree, and I think especially with Instagram, how easy it is to post photos now. It's really easy to get away from it. And I even get behind the scenes photos, and I feel bad sometimes because sometimes I do forget to like I type out this long ass description,
Yeah.
and I make sure to tag everyone in the photo because I had so many people on set, and then like I forget like to tag the behind the scenes photographer for like a minute, but then I do it again, you know. I'm just like, damn, like, you know, because sometimes like I don't know, there's just so much, but like I definitely think it's really important, and I think photographers really appreciate when an artist respects them that much, like, and people who take the time to like type out that description, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I did that Young Pinch show. It's because I saw Young Pinch tags people, you know, like every time I was just like, all right, I'll go shoot it for fun, like.
Definitely if you're doing it for free.
Yeah,
If you're getting paid though, you can't really trip off being tagged.
No, definitely. Yeah, you could be butthurt, but I mean, you still get to
Yeah.
post it on your end, and
It's like
And
you're
it-
getting compensated for it. But if I just take a fire photo and it's like you using it for something or you posting it,
yeah, and that's the worst too.
Yeah.
If someone uses it and then uses it as like an album art. Have you ever had that? Like,
I done definitely had that.
like a free photo and it gets used as album art.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. And there's no type of like royalties or
And then
anything.
there's other people that hit me up and want to use the free photo, and I'm like, that's not even a good photo, like good enough for like album art.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
damn.
yeah.
So do you collaborate with a lot of photographers as well?
Not really.
No, you just kind of have. Like,
I mean, my homie Julian, we've been working together probably since I started.
Isn't he located out here as well?
Yeah, he in Concord.
Okay, for sure. That's dope. Yeah, his work's super sick as well. I saw you guys collaborate a lot, so that's cool.
Yeah, we basically was just duo. Like we damn near just tag team shit from corporate to freelance and shit all the time.
That's tight. That's cool. And you guys worked a lot together on like the Pilo shows as well?
No, that was all me.
That was all you?
Yeah.
That's tight.
I get a lot of questions about video stuff too. So when I was in college, after, I think you asked me what was next after the Thai thing.
Yeah.
So after that was around the same time I met David.
David Camarena?
Yeah.
For sure.
So from that.
And what year was this, by the way?
This was like 2012.
Okay, shit.
I think 2012.
That's cool.
Might be 2011. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But basically, I ended up he ended up wanting to do videos, and he did videos for my homie. His name Kid Swag or Nick Taylor. So yeah, David used to do videos for him, and then I would help kind of produce it.
Yeah.
Basically, but at that point, it's like really, really low production. Like,
yeah.
I would just pick the locations because I'm in SAC.
Oh,
and
okay,
he's not,
gotcha. Type
of thing. And from that, we ended up building a production company. Yeah.
That's cool. It was cool. So you were picking like locations for it back then, and like pulling up on the shoots
and shooting a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, sick. That's tight. And then now you've been pulling up on his sets and like what, taking like photos with the artists and whatnot, or.
Yeah, or our AD or play the swing. Really, sick. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Video not really my thing, so my whole thing is just kind of seeing my homie's vision come to life. So whatever he need me to do, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Helping with treatments, ideas for the videos. Yeah. Whatever, really.
That's sick. Yeah, treatments are definitely tricky to do, and I think someone would definitely like, I don't know, like. With what's it called, like photos and whatnot can definitely be helpful. Definitely like graphic designers are definitely like useful when it comes to treatments as well, because that's definitely like a big portion of it, because if your treatments can look hella polished and clean, I think that's one of the dopest things, because I don't know, it just pops so much. Well, that's cool. And then tell me, so were you doing, how long did you have a job for, and when did you transition to doing photos like as your full-time gig?
During like 2012, it was always full time after that, and then I was also getting a lot of consistent work from Lola Creative, which I still do stuff for out here in the Bay.
Gotcha.
And that's a lot of corporate stuff as well. But yeah, freelancing definitely the way to go.
Yeah. How do you feel? How do you like the corporate type work? Like where you're doing video or photos for like businesses and whatnot, where you kind of have more like guidelines.
I was doing a lot of, it's a lot of guidelines. Yeah. But it's cool. It's really pretty organized.
Yeah.
Opposed to like music.
Yeah, music is all over the place. You never know what you're going to be doing, especially with just like.
It's good money.
It's
not fun though. It's not fun.
And you get fed most likely too, right? Yeah, that's a lot better than. Sometimes, but yeah, so there's definitely pros and cons to be doing. Which one do you prefer more?
I definitely prefer the music and fashion stuff.
Yeah, because it's something that like you find creative and that you like.
But it's definitely a balance, like between the things you want to do and the things you have to do. Yeah. Especially if you're trying to do it full time. Like I don't want to have to work anywhere else other than shooting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if I got to shoot like some weddings or like take some headshots at a corporate event, I'm gonna do it.
This stuff's not that bad though either.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
especially if you don't have to do it every day. Like you can knock it out real quick, you know.
Yeah.
And that's like what I do. Like when I was doing music videos every day, like I like it, but then I also was like getting kind of burnt out, like dealing like with artists all the time as well, you know. Especially doing everything myself at sometimes. Definitely like doing the real estate stuff or the wedding stuff on the side is cool money, but it was also like good to just give a creative break in a sense. You know?
No,
Cause like you feel like you're like running out of ideas or something, you know, or like you're kind of like, especially like when you get like higher up and stuff, like there's a lot of pressure on you. So it's cool to be able to just do something that's kind of like just like mindless in a sense. You know what I mean? Like you're not like, sure, you're thinking of creative shots at like a wedding, like like let's get shot by this fountain, you know.
But
But
it's kind of fun too.
no, it is fun.
fun,
Yeah, it is fun, especially like once the ceremony's over, like it's just chill, you know.
Yeah.
The ceremony's probably the most stressful part. But, yeah. No, I definitely think that's a good tip. Is like branch out and don't just be like music. You know, like try other stuff. Like especially mix some of your other passions. You know, like I don't know. Like recently, I've been working on like this a lot of drone stuff recently. We're gonna launch like a website with like a bunch of drone stock footage. So it should be pretty cool. So yeah, I definitely think that's a good tip right there. Is like being able to balance between having those like business corporate type gigs and like being able to, even business videos are cool too. Like I used to do those. I still do those every now and then for like friends or like close friends who do like businesses and whatnot. Like just go, like I filmed like a gym not too long ago and that's just something more chill, you know? But yeah. Did you ever think that you would be doing photos as like a full-time job or no?
I think I figured it out like my senior year in college.
That's cool. That, I mean, honestly, well, kids figure it out so early now, like even earlier now, you know? Like, because I feel like it's like, I don't know, I guess it's like the cool thing to do, or like a lot of kids want to do it. But like, I don't know, like I have like kids, like, because I make YouTube tutorials as well and stuff. And I have like hella young ass kids who like want to like do like music videos or stuff like that, you know? So it's crazy, but I definitely think like that's cool that you were able to like figure that out like around your senior year. Because honestly, I don't know. I probably didn't figure it out till I was like probably like a year or two out. Okay. That's still not that bad. But yeah.
Okay. I would also say, I wish I did it younger.
Yeah, no, definitely. You never took photos as a kid? Like you weren't picking up your like
I started taking photos in middle school.
Middle school? Okay.
I had a little point and shoot I would just mob around with in my pocket. So
just
all
like
my
little tiny ass ones, like
all
the mom camera that like extends out.
All my friends was fresh as fuck on MySpace because they had like all the real photos from me.
Yeah, that's sick. The flash pop up on it.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's hella funny.
But yeah, if I was like, but at that point it was kind of like I just want to be fresh on MySpace type of thing.
Yeah.
But if I would have known like what I know now, starting off younger, if I could have captured all the memories that I had with like my friends and family in a creative way, that would have been tight.
Yeah, no, that definitely would have been tight.
Or like just being a photographer like on my basketball team or something like and shooting us.
That's what I was going to ask you as well.
Like,
yeah, that would have been cool too.
Playing travel ball and all that. Like,
yeah, if you ever got into sports photography, but probably
Well, but even just lifestyle, just me and my friends like going to Vegas for tournaments and all that. Yeah. That would have been cool.
No, that definitely would have been cool, and I think that would have been definitely really just good practice as well. Like saying what I said before is like combining two things that you like and just shooting that, you know, where it's like instead of like, no, I need to do music, you know, instead of talking about it, like you can still shoot stuff like while you're not shooting a music video or something like that, you know, or like people just get caught up in like and not practicing, you know, because like shooting that kind of stuff, you can really practice like composition and you know, just camera settings and whatnot. What do you prefer? What kind of lenses do you prefer? Like primes over zooms? Zooms?
I got a 24-70. I pretty much don't take it off.
The Canon one? Sick. I need to get that lens. I've never even owned it. I have the Lumix, but like I have the Metabones where I could adapt it and stuff. But yeah, I feel like that's just like a pretty solid lens that I see everyone have. 24 to 70.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I don't take it off.
Don't take it off. Do you own any other lenses or no?
I have a 35, a 50. That's it.
Yeah.
But I use a 70 or 200 if I need to.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes you got to use that, and yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
For lenses wise.
That's sick. Cool. Is there anything that we could be looking forward to you in the future? Anything we should be looking out for?
Just more work. Nothing specific, but it's a lot of stuff in the works. I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't want to jinx it, but there's some stuff in the works.
Sick. All right, for sure. Yeah. Where should people follow you at?
Their Instagram. At Bryan Berry, BryanBerry. Sick.
I'll link it down below as well. And then, check out his website as well. And then, I definitely think, like, the way I want to check out your website right now. Let's do that.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to check that out because I should have checked that out. Let's peep it. Yeah, this is clean.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Yeah, I definitely think people need to present their work in, like, solid ways as well and just build a portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what it's all about.
There's like a drop down
menu right there. Yeah. Polaroids, sick. Those are tight. What is that? Just like the old Polaroid camera or what?
Some of them like the Instax wide, and then another one. One of them I used to shoot with a land camera a lot.
Okay.
I don't really use that much, but I go to now is the XX70.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have a lot of dope artists on here as well. Mozzie, Wiz. That's sick. These are dope. Cool.
Thank you, bro.
Well, sick. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man. If you guys have any questions, you could DM us. If you guys are listening to this, screenshot it, tag both of us. I'll repost you. Make sure to leave the podcast review down on iTunes as well. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.
Yep.